guys, what's up? I'm going to teach everybody how to make a drawing application. This could be for the iPhone, the iPad, any iOS device. You don't need any special frameworks or anything for this. It's strictly using CGPoint and just the basic UI kit framework, so it's pretty easy and I'll run you through it. So go ahead and make a new project and just do a single view for now. I'm going to call this one draw. Put in all your information if that's what you want to do. I'm going to save it on the desktop. I will post this source code when I'm done as well. So, okay, so have all this. I don't really need to do anything right now. I'm just going to leave this the way it is. I might open up this right here and then just change the background to white real quick. Don't worry about that if you don't want to do it. Something I like to do. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to come up here and you have all your sources right here. You want to go to viewcontroller.h and then up here right here you need to add a bracket and it'll add a close bracket right here, and I'm going to take my cheat sheet right here and copy that and paste. You're going to add a CG point called last point, which is where it tracks your finger when you release. You're going to add a CG point move back to, which again it tracks the way you're drawing and making sure it doesn't come up all weird. Current point, where your finger is currently. Location tracks where you're touching exactly to drag and make the line. NS date of last click, where it tells you where you last released your finger, and mouse swiped, which is a boolean, and two UI image views, draw image, and actually I don't think you need front image, but I could be wrong. I don't remember that being in there. So go ahead and go into your view controller now. I'll go ahead and save that. Go into your view controller.m here now. And next thing you want to do is open up your viewDidLoad method. Add some space. Let me grab what I have in here. And alright, right here, NS user defaults, and call that defaults equals NS user defaults standard user defaults. That is just a default code of line you use to make this next line work, which is draw image of the image of defaults object for key. Make sure you quote this, draw image key. Get that capitalization going there. Draw image equals two brackets UI image view alloc init with image nil. That's going to start off the image with nothing there. Draw image.frame, and that is the entire view of it, basically is the self of the frame. Then you want to do self.view add subview of draw image, which drops whatever we just did right here onto the screen. And that sums it up for viewDidLoad, and we have a couple methods here. And if I go back here, just let me grab them real quick. Touches began, very fun. Show you what it does right now. Alright, so go ahead and add this, touches began, NS set touches with event, UI event. When you start typing that, it'll pop up automatically, so you don't have to worry about that too much. And then let me get this focused for you guys here. Okay, you're gonna do add UI touch equals double bracket event all touches bracket any object, and that is touch anywhere on the screen, it fires off touch. So and then add an if statement, if in the parentheses a bracket touch tap count, make sure you get that. You need these two brackets here or else it'll throw you an error, equals 2. So that means when you double tap on anywhere on the screen, it will reset the image to nothing. So basically double tap to clear the screen. You're going to do location equals bracket touch location in view touch.view last click equals ns date last point equals touch location in view self.view. That's important right there, otherwise when you draw, every time you start a new line with your finger, it'll connect it to the other line. Whoops. It'll connect it to the other line and it looks really stupid. And then last point dot y negative equals 0. So get that in there as well. Then you want to do super touches began, touches with event, event. Then you want to close that one off, and we make room for the next method, and surprisingly the last, but the biggest. So, whoa, I don't want Siri right now. Okay. Void touches moved and is set touches with event. You will get that automatically as well. Do mouse swiped equals yes. That is the swipe boolean that we declared in the header. You want to do UI touch, and then again touches any object. Current point equals touch location in view self.view. So that is basically tracking wherever your finger is touching the screen. You want to do UI graphics begin image context. CG size make 320 by 568. 568 is the dimension of the iPhone 5 screen. You could also do 480, which is the size of the iPhone 4 screen, but you might as well just do 568 since the iPhone 4 screen includes that as well. You just can't see it. So draw image, dot image, draw in rect, CG rect make 0, 0, so you want to center that in the corner. Make sure it's not all off center. 320 by 368 or 568 once again. CGContext set line cap. UI graphics set current context. K CG line cap round. So this is going to be a round line. You could also do set line cap, I think, butt, and then squared off end, rounded end, and a square. For right now, we'll just do that. So just to show you the options there. Then CGContext set line width. UI graphics get current context. This is the width in the diameter of the stroke, so just do 5 for now. You could change that later. CGContext set RGB stroke color. UI graphics get current context. Now this is RGB, and you could figure this out for yourself, but right now I have it set to 0101, which is a green color. I'll show you kind of messing around with that later. CGContext begin path. UI graphics context get current context. That means the start of when you draw a path. CGContext move to point. UI graphics get current context. Last point X and last point Y. CGContext add line to point. UI graphics get current context. Current point X, current point Y. And then you want to do CGContext stroke path. UI graphics get current context. Now, this last part is the most important. Draw image, set frame, CG rect make 0032568 once again. Make sure you get this double parenthesis bracket going on in there too. Draw image, dot image equals UI graphics get image from current image context. This right here is the whole shebang of this. So you need this, and then UI image and image context. That means you're done drawing for that period of time, and then last point equals current point. Then you want to do self view, add subview, draw image. That basically takes everything you did right here and drops it on the view. And that would be it for code. So I'm going to show you, it in action. So I'm going to run it in the simulator real quick. If this doesn't take forever, it shouldn't. I'm running a iPhone 5 simulator right now. Alright, here we go. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to draw with my mouse. There you go. You could draw in any direction, the full screen, like that. And then if you do double click twice, it's gone. So going back into the code, you could change this to whatever you want. Say if you wanted to do 3, or if you wanted to change the RGB around, say I'll add a 1 there and see what that does. And then I'll go ahead and run that. I changed it to a cyan blue color, and see when I tap twice, nothing happens, and I can still draw. But if I tap 3 times, oops, let me get back on there, it's gone. Another thing you could do is you could limit the rectangle you do. So say if I do a straight 320, 320 square, and I run that, I can't draw down here, but I can draw right here, and it cuts off right there. So that's kind of helpful. Whoops, if you are making an app where you have a limited amount of space that you need to draw, and kind of like what draw something does. And yeah, so that's the basics of drawing in an iOS app. If you need any help, the source code will be on the description. That's it. Go ahead and play around with that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.